So if you watched our last video, you'll know that we just bought a vineyard in Bordeaux. And today I'm going to tell you about the soil, or the terroir as we call it. So soil is really important in viticulture because it has quite a big impact on both the quality and the style of the wine that's made. Basically, there's a general relationship between the fertility of the soils and the quality. Basically, that means that at a very, very simple level, very fertile soils generally can't produce great wines. And that's just the sort of base that you're working from. After that, also, it's widely accepted that different soil types lead to different characteristics in the final wines and different wine styles. So, for example, in the Medoc in Bordeaux, where there are deep, deep gravel banks, those soils are well known for producing Cabernet Sauvignon wines that are very, very powerful, very structured, and very long-lived. So Burgundy probably takes this to the extreme. In Burgundy, actually, their quality system is based on not producers, but on individual vineyards, which have been partitioned and separated based on the soil types. And often in Burgundy, you get a situation whereby you'll have a same producer in a same year, in a same village, producing a wine from two different vineyards that are very close to each other, creating really quite different wines. And that's purely because of the impact of the soil on the grapes, on their ripeness, and eventually the style of the wine. However, we're in Bordeaux, we're based in Bordeaux, the right bank of Bordeaux particularly. On the right bank of Bordeaux, there are two main soils that are most widely revered and most widely known for producing insanely high quality wines, and those are clay and limestone, or mixes of the two. Generally, those two soils are also complemented by other types, including sands, silts, and gravels, and it's all quite often mixed in together. But generally, we talk a lot about clays and limestones. Clays tend to produce wines that are more structured, more powerful, and denser. A great example of this is Chateau Petrus. On the other hand, limestones tend to produce wines that are maybe a little bit lighter, but have much higher acidities, mineral notes and floral notes running through them. The classic example there is Chateau Ozone in Saint-Emilion. So basically, we have three separate parcels on our vines, and those parcels are divided by soil type. And what we're going to do today is we're going to take a look at these and we're going to walk you through them. We're really, really excited, and we think that they will produce really unique and interesting wines this year. So yeah, follow along. So we're on one of our most exciting parcels of vines here. This here is called La Morelle, which means black nightshade, which is actually just behind you. We'll show you after. I wanted to show you the soils here first though, because this is really interesting. So we've got here a really high quality soil. So across all of our parcels, we have in the topsoil quite a lot of silts, which you can see here. We can get onto those later, but these are silts that are good for viticulture. They're wind-blown ones. But I wanted to show you this. So these are little bits of chunks or gravels of Astéries limestone. It's this very white limestone that's incredibly, incredibly good quality for viticulture. It's very famous in the right bank of Bordeaux, known for the wines of Saint-Emilion. And we're really excited for this parcel, and we feel like it's going to create super high quality wines this year. So we're down here on the bottom part of La Morelle, the flatter part. It's still really high quality down here, but the soils change a little bit. So I don't know if you can see here, if you come right in, Laura, but we have fewer of those gravels that I was pointing out, the limestone gravels, and the texture of the soil also changes. It's sandier here, there's a higher proportion of sand, and I think there's a little bit more clay, but we'll have to see. This is really interesting. This is quite well known as well on the right bank of Bordeaux. I think it will give a different style of wine, so we'll treat it a little bit differently this year and vinify it separately, and we'll tell you what we find. Right then guys, so we're in Les Valades, which is our third parcel, which is at the top of the hill behind La Morelle. Here the soil changes into something really, really interesting and unique. You see this very red soil here. It's a mix of sand, some silt, and some tiny little gravels that you can see in there. It's an incredibly acidic soil that's unique to this part of the region. It should produce wines that are very floral with a lot of fruit and that are very kind of light and airy in the mouth. So we're really excited for this as well.